famous Gambinos. Captain Lee uses his signature remoulade sauce to actually sign his name on each po' boy, a signature of his approval. Sit back and relax while enjoying a cold craft beer at Kudzu Seafood Company, located at 473rd Street in Macon. Stay coastal, my friends.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Do you want to win? Do you want to crush the competition? Do you really want it? To be the best, you need the best in nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport. VitaFuse Sport provides IV hydration, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids for serious athletes. Our infusions are nearly 100% absorbed compared to only 20% of oral supplements. So whether you are trying to win a championship, set a new personal best, or just want to perform better and recover faster, VitaFuse Sport was developed for you.
Hey, I'm Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
You can tell everything you need to know about a man by the boots he wears. They tell his story. They let you know he works hard and plays hard. Macon Boots at 3182 Vineville Avenue carries Georgia Boot, Redback, Rocky, Durango, and more. From safety toe, chemical proof, waterproof, and snake proof to hunting, casual, and western, Macon Boots delivers only the highest quality in boots, belts, wallets, and hats to help tell any man's story. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Follow Macon Boots on Facebook and at maconboots.com. Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
And welcome back in on a Thursday night. We're live from Zoner's Pizza. We want to thank Coach Jeremy Wiggins, who came on with us a few minutes ago as the Northeast Raiders. His first year as head coach over there, and he is headed to the playoffs. They go down to play Swainsboro tomorrow night. We also had the head coach of the Howard Huskies on, Paul Carroll, as he gets ready for his playoff game tomorrow night. And we are now joined by the head coach of the Tappan Square Academy Trojans, Chance Jones. Coach, thanks for taking some time and coming in with us tonight. Got a game tomorrow night to get ready for, so talk about it a little bit. Let's go back and let's talk about the season a little bit as how things started and how you progressed, how you ended up, and where you're at right now.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me on. First of all, you know, we started off with a little bit of a struggle.
Move that mic up a little bit on you there, if it'll stay there, Coach.
Right there.
You go.
That work?
There you go. Yep.
All right, and we struggled at the beginning. We started off 1-3. Played at some tough opponents though, and that was kind of our plan, was to, you know, have a tougher schedule than we've had the past couple of years. I'm not sure that as good as Dublin was compared to us, that was, you know, the best fit or the best plan to add them in there.
But that stuff's cyclical. I mean, you know, they were down for a few years. You know, when 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago, you guys were up. It could have been easily a different game, and that happens in high school football.
Yeah, I think so. I think it definitely happens. It's cyclical, and but at the same time, early in the season, we had some guys hurt that weren't able to play or not be able to play at 100%. Guys like Jamal Marshall and B.J. Spears, both two-way starters for us. And when we lose one, it's a lot like losing 2 starters, and it can be a struggle sometimes. But moving on through the sub-region, we went 5-0 in our sub-region, which was huge for us. Being able to beat those teams and especially to win Macon, which is always one of our goals at Tatnall, is to be able to win Macon with Mount DeSale, Stratford, and FPD. And we're able to do that. And then last week we struggled on offense for sure against Greene County and got beat 35-10. But it was a lot closer game than that if you saw it.
All right, Coach. So we'll talk about your game tomorrow night against Wesleyan in just a minute. Talk a little bit about Miles Morris, your senior quarterback this year. Obviously, things got tough early in the season, and you got to lean on a senior quarterback at times to get some stuff done for you. Tell us about what Miles has meant to you this year, and since you've been there, you've had him 3 years now. What's your ideas on Miles and what he did for your club this year?
Well, Miles Morris he's been a 4-year starter for us, and he's been huge for us, just basically from an intelligence standpoint has been the biggest thing. We can be in a bad play and he can get us out of it and put us in a better play, and that's been the biggest thing that Miles does for us. And it's been crazy this year because the other 3 years Miles has just been, he'd play quarterback on scout team and then he'd come be the starting quarterback and play as our quarterback. But this year he's had to play some defense too, and he's now starting both ways. He does the same thing back in the secondary of what he does on offense, to where he's going to put everybody in the right place and he's going to know what's supposed to happen.
Coach, you mentioned early in the year Jamal Marshall. You've had a tremendous backfield. We had an opportunity to do several of your games this year. Jamal Marshall, George Vining, Tajay Sanders, B.J. Spears. Talk a little, and Wes Allen too. And and you touched on it. You talked about your quarterback playing defense. A lot of times, what you run into, and it happens at the single A level and double A a lot. You see this even sometimes at triple A, but especially at single A. You got to lean on these guys to go both ways and play a lot of plays. And you're talking about kids, 15, 16, 17 years old. That's a lot of wear and tear on a young body like that. And these guys stepped up. It took them a while to get over some nagging injuries, but boy, that group I just named have really been fantastic for you this year.
They have. They've been great for us, and like you said, there's not many teams in single A, maybe minus maybe Eagles Landing, that doesn't have guys where you got to have 4, 5, 6 guys going both ways, especially if they're good
at minimum.
At minimum. And that could contribute to some of your struggles early, because by the third quarter, a couple of them are cramping, and you got to be able to work them that way to until they get into playing shape.
All right, talk a little bit about Jamal Marshall this year, and once he got healthy, he was a difference maker on the field for you at times this year.
Jamal he's our leading receiver, and he's also our leading rusher. So Jamal does a lot for us, and he's that guy that can, if he does break away, nobody's going to catch him. That's the biggest thing. I mean, obviously there's some people in the league that'll catch him, but for us, he's our big play guy.
All right, one guy that was impressive this year at times because of his effort and the number of plays he played in each game was Wes Allen.
Yeah, Wes Allen, he's one of those guys that cares more about the team than he does himself. He's completely unselfish. At times he's playing 80 plays a game, something like that, which is and even more. There were a couple of games where he went over 100, and he's playing on
Mountain Sales and Stratford game came to mind in that.
They did, and he's also kicking on when we kick off. He's also our kicker, so he does so much for us, and he cares so much about the team that he has a great motor, and he doesn't stop working.
Well, you talked about kickers. A guy that came on this year that was new for you that I thought was made some key kicks this year was Adam Musso.
It was, and it's funny. If you would have seen Adam when he first came out last year trying to kick a football, he's a big soccer player. If you would have seen him, you say, well, that guy, bless his heart, he's probably not going to be able to contribute much. But he worked and worked and worked, and now he's vital to the team. He's kicking extra points, he's kicking field goals, and he's also punting for us.
Right. Yeah, and he had a pretty good year this year too.
He did. He had a great year. I think he's 3 for 4 on field goals, and missed maybe one extra point, and that wasn't his fault. And the rest, all his punts. I mean, he's had some key punts in some close games.
All right, so let's move on to tomorrow night. Talk a little bit about what you're going to face in this Wesleyan team, a traditional powerhouse over the last 10, 12 years in single A. Talk about what you're going to face in Wesleyan tomorrow night.
The biggest thing about Wesleyan, when you turn on the tape, you see how well coached they are. That's offense, defense, and special teams. They don't do a lot of things to hurt themselves. You wouldn't turn them on and see an Eagles Landing that you'd say, well, they just got us outmatched. What you see is they're just well coached from position to position. They know exactly what they're doing and how to do it, and that's a testament to their coaching staff. And at the same time, you play a team like Wesleyan, and you're at Tatnall Square. Wesleyan has the most students in single A,
right?
And Tatnall, football-wise, has one of the smaller student bodies in single A. So it's a big difference as far as how many players you have a lot of times. But we like to be in that situation where we kind of feel like the underdog.
All right, talk about what you're going to pay. What do they run offensively? What do you feel like is a key to the game on your defense tomorrow night?
Offensively, they're a spread type offense. They try to be 50-50. A lot of games where they're passing the ball half the time, running the ball half the time. They have a really good freshman quarterback who's got an arm on him, but he is a freshman, and hopefully that plays to our advantage. He's a good player, so it'll be tough to get it that way. And at the same time, on defense, they're a 3-5 team. They're pretty big up front compared to us. And they do not like to change their 3-5 when you try to move them around. They like to stay in that stack.
All right, offensively, keys to the game tomorrow night for you.
Keys to the game is the biggest thing is to fix some of the stuff that we were hurting ourselves on last week that made us not able to sustain drives. We would we'd get down to the 30 or the 25, and then we'd bog down because we make mental mistakes and get those negative plays. The way we work on offense is we want to have 0 drive killers. And when I say that, we want 0 turnovers, we want 0 penalties, and 0 negative plays. That's kind of how we go into every game as an offense. And last week, out of our first 12 plays, 6 of them were drive killers, and we just can't operate like that.
Right. Coach, tomorrow night you're on the road. You head down to play Wesleyan, and it's been a good season after a rough start. You really turned the football team around. Your players turned it around and helped you turn it around. Man, nothing but the best of luck to you tomorrow night. I hope we're talking to you next week, too.
Yes, sir. Me too. Thank you all for having me.
Yes, sir. Okay, so the Tattnall Trojans go on the road tomorrow night in Single A, and they will take on Wesleyan in Wesleyan tomorrow night. And we're glad Coach Jones was with us. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. We'll keep the ball rolling here on a special preview of the Georgia High School Association playoffs. We'll have some more phone calls and some more coaches that will be in here with us shortly. You're listening to Gridiron Gab on DSPN Sports. We'll be back after this timeout.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
At Bill Harden Music, our specialty is private music lessons. We teach all ages: guitar, piano, drums, violin, banjo, brass and woodwinds, voice, and more. It's easy to get started and only $80 per month. Come to our store once a week for your private lesson. Be an MVP and sign up today. Call 781-1112 or go to BillHardenMusic.com.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
The most interesting man in seafood is Captain Lee of Kudzu Seafood Company. Captain Lee brought the Gulf Coast to Middle Georgia without getting any sand in his Speedo. At Kudzu Seafood Company, Captain Lee's oysters shuck themselves out of respect for him, throwing themselves as tribute into hot oil until golden brown. Served as a Kudzu po' boy, their final resting place being a casket of French bread flown in from Louisiana's famous Gambinos. Captain Lee uses his signature remoulade sauce to actually sign his name on each po' boy, a signature of his approval. Sit back and relax while enjoying a cold craft beer at Kudzu Seafood Company, located at 473rd Street in Macon. Stay coastal, my friends.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello.
5 drinks.
And welcome back on Thursday. You're live. All right, welcome back on a Thursday night. Russell Deese and the infamous Charles Crowley. He's had a rough day, poor thing. See, if you take that old Alabama hat off, your luck would get a lot better. Tomorrow night, we'll be live back at Zoner's Pizza tomorrow night. We'll be doing a high school football scoreboard show for you live, and we'll also be doing our college pick'em contest. I want to thank so far who we've had on tonight. We had Paul Carroll from Howard, Coach Jeremy Wiggins from Northeast. We just got through with Chance Jones from Tapman Square Academy, and let's keep this playoff show rolling, and let's bring in the head coach of the 8-2 Jones County Greyhounds, Mr. Justin Rogers. Coach, how are you tonight?
Doing good. How about y'all?
I'm doing good. Let me turn you down a little bit.
I think Russell got something in his pants in when you said that.
Yeah.
All fired up about being on.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you. I know you had a busy day, and we're glad to have you. So let's jump into it. The Jones County Greyhounds. Coach, give us a little quick review of how the regular season went for you.
It went good. I'm proud of our little group. We had a young team coming out the gate on the opening night, in fact, with you guys when we played Howard. And they've just grown up all year long. We played 2 really good teams in Dutchtown and Stockbridge and came up short by a touchdown on both of them. Played good, but not good enough to win against another top 10 team on those 2 nights.
Yeah, it was.
But I feel like.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just feel like we had got a good group that's continued to grow and mature every week, and so it'll be interesting to see how well we can play in the playoffs.
All right, Coach, so you've come to be known for your offensive prowess with your football teams, and you didn't disappoint this year. You averaged 430 yards a game, came up with 54 touchdowns, and that's coming from a young team. Your quarterback, Junior Hunter Costello, he had a 65% completion ratio, 2,413 yards, 20 touchdowns, and he threw it to 13 different receivers. Talk a little bit about Hunter's play this year for you at the quarterback position.
Yeah, Hunter's done a good job for us. He's done a good job of managing the game, and like you said, hitting different wideouts and being willing to take what the defense gives you. And if you do that, you can be pretty successful throwing the ball around. You just can't force it places, and really proud of his growth. Still got some stuff he's got to work on, but he accepts that and continues to get better every day. So we're excited about what the future holds. All
right, Coach, and poor people get too foolish with your offense. You've done a pretty good job of running the football when you needed to. Samaj Ingram, Matthew Sheffield, Jadarian Boykin, those guys have combined for about 11 touchdowns this year. Samaj himself, every time he touches the football, 6.2 yards per carry. That's pretty good. That's what you want your running back to do every time you put the ball in his hands.
No doubt. Samaj has had a really good senior year. He's a big back. He's a much bigger back than we're used to having. We're used to having the quick scat guys, and he's more of a bigger back and more of a punisher. He gets better as the game goes on, and so he's been a really good, steady workhorse for us. Now, we're going to be without him this week. He's injured, got injured in the Stockbridge game and won't be playing, so we'll have to rely on Matthew Sheffield. He's been a really good back for us as well this year.
Well, before we give all the good-looking guys on the offensive side of the ball, you know how those offensive guys are.
That's right.
Let's get over to the guys that come at it fast and get mean. And on the defensive side, just some guys that stood out to me looking at you this year: Brenton Jones, Jake Lanford, Dion Richardson, Cameron Rockmore. I mean, these guys combined for almost 350 tackles this year on the defensive side of football. And, Coach, as you know, when you get into the playoffs, you got to play defense to win.
No, let me tell you something. That's the biggest thing. Everybody, talks about Jones County and we talk about offense and things like that, but this defense doesn't get near enough credit. This is a really good defense we have. It is a phenomenal group of defense, and you're right. It's anchored by Britt Jones and Jake Manford and Darren Boykin and DJ and Dion. But there's a lot of good guys on there. They do an unbelievable job of not giving up the big play. Like, we've done a good job this year of forcing teams to drive a long field and no big play. So we're going to do that again against Bainbridge. But this is one of the better defenses we've ever had.
All right, Coach, let's jump a little bit into tomorrow night's game. Talk to me, first of all. A lot of us in this area don't know a lot about Bainbridge. Tell us a little bit about the club you're going to face tomorrow night as you go at Bainbridge.
The first thing that's going to jump out to everybody is they are fast. I told our track coach is also on the football staff. I told him, look, man, you don't want to go schedule a track meet with these guys, brother. They got some speed. Their best player is going to be number 30. I want to say it's Roman Harris, defensive tackle going to Tennessee. He's extremely impactful. He reminds me of Therese Finney, the kid we had a couple years back with his takeoff from the nose position. He's going to give us some fits in there in the middle at nose. We'll have to do some things to help with him. And then the two running backs they got, number 4 and number 5, are going to probably be two of the best backs that we've seen all year. So we're going to have to definitely bring in, and arm tackles won't work for these guys. They're big guys and a good cut. We got to work that out for us. They're a fast group. They're playing a lot. You can tell they were a young team, and they struggled early on, found their identity, and they're playing with a lot of confidence now. They had a young sophomore quarterback continually growing and getting better, and so playing at home, they're going to be fired up, ready to go.
All right, Coach, before you get we talk about what you've got to do offensively, what's the biggest thing, if you could pinpoint it, for your defense tomorrow night?
Big plays. Same thing as always. Same thing. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You must limit big play. And when people have success against us, that's what they do to us. Limit our big play. Make a team snap it, and go 12-play, 10-play drives and score. That's difficult. It's difficult to do without a negative play or a holding call or a miscue and continue to come up with points. So that's the number one thing we have to do defensively. The number one thing every week is make sure we do not give up an explosive play.
Well, and get them off the field on third down.
Amen. Well, that's what. If you don't give up an explosive play, it gives you an opportunity to do it. Because you're going to get in multiple third downs in a drive, and you got to win one in third downs to get them off.
That's right.
Keep on making them snap it, you'll get in a bunch of situations.
All right, Coach. Offensively tomorrow, key to that from that side of the ball for you, as far as you've been through some battles this year with Stockbridge and then last week as well. Tell me what you're looking for that you would like to see out of your offense tomorrow night.
All right, now, complete reversal.
Right.
We must get explosive plays. We're going to have to get explosive plays, big plays. They're going to be a team that blitzes getting off the bus. They believe in attacking style of defense, so they're going to play man coverage and blitz and bring a lot of pressure. And so we got to be willing to understand, hey, they're going to get us every now and then, but when we get our opportunities, we got to make it count. When we get an opportunity for a 40-yard touchdown, we get it in the box and then the drive right in. So we got to be good at looking for opportunities for explosive play.
Well, Coach, another fantastic job this year, another fantastic football team. It was our pleasure to have the opportunity to have you come to Macon and do a broadcast. We'd love to do a lot more of them in the future with you. And I tell you, it was you've been in 2 close games. You lost to 2 damn pretty good football teams this year, and 8-2, nothing to hang your head about that. But you know what? Tomorrow night, it all changes. It's a zero season, and we start all over again, don't you?
That's right, brother. It's season 2. That's what we've been talking about all week with our boys. Is season 2 starts today, and we talked about how battle tested we've been. I mean, you played 2 of the best teams in 5A football already, and a break here or a break there, you win those games. And so we just got to get it back going and get out of this first round. And anytime you get out of the first round, you get momentum going. You never know what's going to happen.
All right, so let's do it again next Thursday night then, and as you get ready for the second round. Get through tomorrow night, and we'd love to talk to you again next week about it, Coach.
Like I say, I hope I'm talking to you next Thursday.
All right, Coach, good luck tomorrow night to you and your staff and your players. Fantastic job on the regular season, and get the Hounds and bring us back a win to Jones County.
That's right. Go Hounds.
All right, Coach, talk to you next week then. Thank you, Coach. All right, Justin Rogers, what a fantastic show, man.
There
tonight.
You go.
We got
coach after coach after coach coming in here.
Hey, these guys, they've worked their asses off all year to get to this point. Young coaches like Jeremy Wiggins from Northeast comes in, takes over a program he played for, had to win that last game on the road on a Friday night at East Lawrence to get him into playoffs. Sometimes they need some help. Sometimes it's just win, baby.
Yeah.
And he took that team on the road and won last week and got them into the playoff. Tattnall started 1-3 this year. Righted the ship, goes in. They're the sub-region champion. They beat every one of their rivals here in Macon, which is always at the top of the list. They didn't look good last week in the crossover game. It doesn't matter. Week 0 starts tomorrow. They're on They're in the playoffs.
Yep.
Got to go up to Wesleyan. Got a chance to win and got the talent to do it as well too. Yep. Same with Coach Paul Carroll from Howard too. Man, we're excited for all these guys, and there's a lot of other coaches in the Middle Georgia area we're not going to be able to get to tonight, but we're not done yet, and Charles is going to come back. We're going to talk to him in a minute, and then we're going to also talk to the head coach of the Westside Seminoles, and that's Coach Shedrick Risper. And we know him as Spoons, and that's what the hell we're going to call him because it's always been Spoons. So Coach Spoons is going to be with us when we come back, and we're going to talk some more high school football. You're listening to Gridiron Gab live from Zona's Pizza on Forsyth Road. We're going to talk about what's happening here tomorrow night as well, too, when we come back with Charles when we get back. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. 谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Do you want to win? Do you want to crush the competition? Do you really want it? To be the best, you need the best in nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport. VitaFuse Sport provides IV hydration, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids for serious athletes. Our infusions are nearly 100% absorbed compared to only 20% of oral supplements. So whether you are trying to win a championship, set a new personal best, or just want to perform better and recover faster, VitaFuse Sport was developed for you.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. And welcome back on a Thursday night as we are live from Zoner's Pizza on Forsyth Road, and we want to thank everybody we've had in here tonight. And we've had a good number of the coaches. We had Paul Carroll from the Howard Huskies. We just got off the phone with Justin Rogers. We had Jeremy Wiggins from Northeast. We had Chance Jones from the Tappan Square Academy Trojans. We hope to have Perry head coach Kevin Smith here maybe in our next segment. Want to remind you just a few games around the area tomorrow night. In 5A, Jones County goes to Bainbridge. Howard is at Burke County. Mary Persons plays Richmond. Perry will play Baldwin. They came off a win against West Lawrence last week. Westside plays host Cook. Peaches hosting Ringgold. Waco is at Vidalia. And you're fine. You can put that up there. Okay. And Northeast goes to Swainsboro. As we said, we had Coach Jeremy Wiggins on. Mountain DeSales will host Holy Innocents here tomorrow night. Tappan goes on the road to Wesleyan, and Stratford has to go on the road as they take on Aquinas for the second week in a row. And we're pleased to be joined now by the head coach. We know him as Spoons Risper, and you do too. He's the longtime head coach of the Westside Seminoles, and he's back in the playoff again, and that's not something unusual. That's what we've come to expect from him every year as the head man of the Westside Seminoles. And, Coach, glad to have you with us tonight. I appreciate you coming so much, being here tonight. All right, Coach, Cook County tomorrow night. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's go through the season. Tell me how the season progressed as you wound it up last week. You were on the road at Peach County, but go through the season with us, how you started out, what went on in the progression of the season as you have now finished it. Your thoughts on the season.
Well, we started out, we lost 2 games early,
but they were close games.
Yes.
We needed some tough competition, and Howard and Perry knocked us off early and got a little humble pie, and the kids were hungry after that. And I think we went on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak. And we played for the region championship last week against Peach, and boy, those kids, they were amped up on both sides, and that was a good high school football game.
Yeah, and another close football game, and
Yes.
Unfortunately you came out on the short end of the stick. I tell you what, though, Coach, you played some really good competition this year. Doesn't hurt to do that, does it?
Yeah, we always we don't want to get a false sense of security, and we want to throw our kids in the fire early to see what they're made of, and we don't believe in scheduling cupcake games. We want to see realistically where we are before region play starts.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit about some individual players this year that I personally noticed. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Let's start with Victor Dixon.
Yeah, Vic has grown up so much, Russ, since last year. He's making good decisions. His turnover rate is way down, and
Right.
we're proud of him. He's taking care of the football. He's becoming a vocal leader. The kids love him. They follow him. And
He's a junior this year.
He's a junior.
He's a junior,
so,
right. So you got him back next year.
Yes, praise the Lord.
1,549 yards, 14 touchdown passes. That's the kind of production you want from your junior quarterback.
Yes, and he has a running game to go with it, so the play-action game helps. Play action off of Tyshawn Freeman, who's our big 250-pound back. But Victor has done a good job, and we're very, very proud of him.
When you talk about running the football, it's Tyshawn Freeman for the Seminoles. 1,100 yards so far on the year, 12 touchdowns, averaging 6.25 per carry. Can't get any much better than that out of a back. That's the kind of production you want.
Yes, we hadn't had a 1,000-yard back since Robert Brown back in 2009 when I first took over the program. So we've always had some tough backs, but they were just so tiny.
To be a Georgia Southern Eagle.
You're right. So, Robert had 1,970-something yards rushing, 21 touchdowns his senior year. So we hadn't had a big back that we could just give the ball to 25, 30 times a game.
Right.
But Tyshawn has that body. He can take the punishment and the pounding, and the more we give it to him, the better he gets.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch, to run. Tyshawn gives you the balance you want, but talk about this receiving core. And these guys, it seems like I've been watching them a long time now. Larry Emery, Jalen Barden, Jalen Kennedy, and then Scooter Risper, your son. Outstanding job by those 4 young men this year catching the football. There have been others, but those were your top 4 receivers this year.
They do a good job. They work hard in practice. During the off season, behind the scenes, they work hard. They're consistent. They block for the running backs, and Tyshawn loves to get up through the middle, and if he breaks outside, he knows that those guys are going to block on the edge for him. So we're just proud of the things that they're doing, and they're leaders of our team. They're kind of a quiet wide receiver group. Usually my wide receiver guys are, they're kind of they have swag.
Yeah,
they're a little more vocal, but
Right.
these guys are quiet. But we don't mind if they're being quiet and getting the job done.
Absolutely. One thing you talked about, the maturation of Victor Dixon. I mean, he threw to 10 different guys caught balls for you this year, and that comes from maturing at the quarterback spot.
Yes, we always say, at the end of the day, you got to make reads, but it's like PE football. Throw to the open guy.
Yeah.
So
Don't to the guy with
that's
triple
right.
coverage.
That's right. So we're happy that he's doing that, and we're happy that we have a lot of guys who can catch the football and get yards after the catch.
Couple of guys on your defensive side that I looked at, more than a couple of Lamarvin Atkins, DeMarcus Poston, Cam Carson, Brian Burton, Khalil McBride, Kelly Stafford. This defensive team combined for 13 sacks this year. That's pretty good production out of your. It usually comes from your linebacking core because of what you're doing up front.
Yes, those guys that you just called, they fly around to the football all the time, and we've asked them to step up their roles this year because we had some people to leave last year. We had our middle linebacker last year who led the team in tackles. He was a big part of our defense, and he left. But DeMarcus Folston and those guys have really, really stepped up.
Coach, talk a little bit about this Cook County team. Give me an overview of that football team you're going to play tomorrow night.
They're scary, Russ. I'm going to be honest. They have athletes all over the field.
they're built like missiles. They can run. They're very athletic. And it's no mystery what they're going to do. You know, offense, they run the ball probably 97, 98% of the time. And on defense, they give you a look, and they're coming after your quarterback and your running back. So they're scary now. Their record is very, very deceptive.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you see these teams that got 5-5, 6-4 records coming into it. A lot of times people just we're going to beat them. You know, most of those losses to me usually come early in the year and then a big rivalry game at the middle or the end of the year. But if they made the playoffs, they're usually a pretty decent football team.
Yeah, and this is more than a decent football team.
Right.
So we preach to our kids all week. If you come onto the field and you half step, we're going to get beat. So our kids watch film on them. They know that these guys can play. Regardless of the record, these guys are football players.
The challenges they're going to pose for your defense tomorrow night, and what do you expect from your defense tomorrow night? What are the keys on that side of the ball for you? I know people that listen, I've asked every coaches this here tonight, and I think it's important to find out what you look for from a coach's perspective, the keys to it tomorrow from a defensive perspective.
Well, defensively, we have to tackle those guys. Those guys it's no mystery what they're going to do. They don't even play with a wide receiver most of the time.
Right.
And they get in little power sets, and they have a freshman running back who has 1,100 yards, a freshman, but he's built like a senior.
Right.
And they have a quarterback who's 6'3", he's about 215 pounds. And he can go. So we
ain't
have
arm tackling him.
No,
Right.
you got to tackle those guys, and they have big linemen that will fire off the ball, and they will drive you off the ball. So our defensive line and our linebackers have to come to play tomorrow.
All right, Coach. From an offensive perspective, you know what your team is capable of doing. I know at times you maybe felt like that portions of the game they hadn't lived up to what they need to do, as every coach does. What are you telling your guys tomorrow night, especially Victor Dixon and your quarterback? You know what Tyshawn Freeman can do. What's the keys tomorrow night for you on offense?
Well, number one, we got to protect the ball because it's going to be wet. You know, we got to protect the ball. We got to keep dry balls in. We can't fumble the ball. Can't fumble snaps. Can't have miscues and mistakes. You know, if we can't miss blocking assignments, because the type of defense that they run, if you make one error, somebody's going to leak through, and they're going to knock you down for a loss. And we got to stay in front of the chains on a rainy night. You can't get 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 15 on teams like this and on a wet night like tomorrow.
For you not to give away any game plan here, but it sounds like to me you're going to rely on Tyshawn a little bit tomorrow to keep those chains moving for you.
Yeah, we're going to rely on Tyshawn. Our offense runs through him.
Right.
You know, he makes everything go. So we're just hoping that, you know, we can get him off to a good start and our offensive line plays well tomorrow.
All right, the game's here tomorrow night at 7:30 at Ed DeFore Sports Complex.
Yep.
Iffy on the weather, we don't know yet.
Right.
But
it's supposed to rain most of the day and clear out by game time, I
probably
think.
cool off, so
yes.
maybe no problems with cramping or
right.
anything like that.
So it'll be a good football weather.
Coach, final thoughts on the season and on the game tomorrow night?
Well, we're just hoping, you know, we're where we want to be. We're in the tournament. We're the only public school that's hosting the tournament. And we ended up number 2 seed, gave Peach County a run for their money.
A great game last week.
Right. So now our kids know that, hey, we can play with anybody because Peach County is number 4 in the state. And I hadn't seen many teams on tape that are better than Peach County.
Right.
They're a disciplined team. They're well coached, and we were right there. And
you know you're going to get that every year from Chad Campbell's football team.
Yes, and Chad and I, we're good friends. And
right.
He hugged me real tight after the game and told me, you know, a couple of plays here and there, that game could have went either way. And I'm just proud of my guys that they fought the whole game and the whole season they fought. You know, we got behind the 8 ball and we ended up winning 7 games, which is, you know, tremendous. And tomorrow, you know, if we can win tomorrow, it'd be my 80th win, I think. Wow. So the kids, they're trying to make a big deal out of that. I said, hey, let's just win 5 more.
Yeah,
so
we'll worry about numbers at the end of the year.
There you go.
Hey, everything starts over again tomorrow. Like I've said to everybody's 0-0. Go out tomorrow night. Wish you the best of luck to you, your staff, and your players. Exciting things in Bibb County right now for football. Some great leaders from guys like
at
you.
all the schools.
At all the schools.
Right.
Excited about what's going on in Bibb County right now. And
I want to congratulate Paul Carroll and Jeremy Wiggins on making the playoffs too.
Absolutely.
That is huge for I think our brand of football as a whole in Macon has come up a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely trending in the right direction.
Right, and we have Barney Hester now who's spearheading, downtown, the county athletic director. He's getting fields turfed and that type of stuff for us.
Yeah, we had to come in the back door last week.
Yeah, but once they get done, it's going to be beautiful, and they're doing a lot of good things throughout our city for our athletics.
Well, Coach, can't tell you how much I wish you the best of luck tomorrow night. And,
appreciate it.
Let's talk next week after you get the victory.
There you go.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Russ.
Coach Spoons-Risper from the Westside Seminoles as they get ready to take on Cook County tomorrow night. That is live from the Edipore Sports Complex. Kickoff is at 7:30. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll tell you about everything we're going to do tomorrow night right here live from Zoner's Pizza on Forsyth Road. And big opportunity tomorrow night for you. We're going to do the live drawing for the Herschel Walker jersey. So if you dine in or carry out between now and the time we get on the air tomorrow night, or even while we're on the air before the drawing, make sure you fill it out right up there at the cash register with your chance to win that. We want to thank Coach Risper and wish him best of luck tomorrow night and bring a victory back home for the Noles of Westside. We'll be back after this timeout.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
You can tell everything you need to know about a man by the boots he wears. They tell his story. They let you know he works hard and plays hard. Macon Boots at 3182 Vineville Avenue carries Georgia Boot, Redback, Rocky, Durango, and more. From safety toe, chemical proof, waterproof, and snake proof to hunting, casual, and western, Macon Boots delivers only the highest quality in boots, belts, wallets, and hats to help tell any man's story. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Follow Macon Boots on Facebook and at maconboots.com. Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
At Bill Harden Music, our specialty is private music lessons. We teach all ages: guitar, piano, drums, violin, banjo, brass and woodwinds, voice, and more. It's easy to get started and only $80 per month. Come to our store once a week for your private lesson. Be an MVP and sign up today. Call 781-1112 or go to billhardenmusic.com.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
The most interesting man in seafood is Captain Lee of Kudzu Seafood Company. Captain Lee brought the Gulf Coast to Middle Georgia without getting any sand in his Speedo. At Kudzu Seafood Company, Captain Lee's oysters shuck themselves out of respect for him, throwing themselves as tribute into hot oil until golden brown. Served as a Kudzu po' boy, their final resting place being a casket of French bread flown in from Louisiana's famous Gambinos. Captain Lee uses his signature remoulade sauce to actually sign his name on each po' boy, a signature of his approval. Sit back and relax while enjoying a cold craft beer at Kudzu Seafood Company, located at 473rd Street in Macon. Stay coastal, my friends.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Roll Tide.
And welcome back on a Thursday night as we finish up. Golly, it's already 8:30. It feels like it's midnight with this time change. I want to take a few minutes and thank all our coaches. We just had Coach Spoons-Risper from Westside, Chance Jones from Tatnall. We had Paul Carroll from Howard. We had Jeremy Wiggins from Northeast. We had Justin Rogers from Jones County. And we appreciate all of those guys coming in here tonight and talking about the high school playoffs. Just to remind you again, Jones plays Bainbridge tomorrow night. Howard has Burke County. Mary Persons is on the road at Richmond. Perry plays Baldwin. Westside hosts Cook County at Ed DePore, 7:30. If your team's not in town, let's get out and support the Westside Seminoles tomorrow night, guys. Get out and support these guys that have worked so hard here in Bibb County, whether they're public school or private school. Tomorrow night, the one team that's in town is the Westside Seminoles, and we need to go out there and support those guys. Peach County will host Ringgold down in the Valley. Waco is at Vidalia to take on the 9-1 Indians. Waco's 8-2.
I know them.
Yep. Northeast goes to Swainsboro. The other game that's in town tomorrow night is Mount DeSales over at Cavalier Fields. They host Holy Innocents. That's another game you should go out and support. Stratford is on the road with a rematch from last weekend. They beat Aquinas, who was 8-1. Coach Faraba took his team on the road. He couldn't be with us tonight. His son is coaching over at Oconee County. Went to watch that game. Tatnall travels on the road. Chance Jones was here. They go to Wesleyan. Warner Robins Northside, we got a bunch of other teams still in the playoffs of veterans as well, too. All right, so tomorrow night, we're going to be live here at Zoner's Pizza again tomorrow night. We're going to do a special high school playoff scoreboard show, and we're going to do our regular college football show live here tomorrow.
And what else are we going to do?
I'm getting there.
Hurry up. You're a little slow.
Our regular college football show tomorrow night. Don't forget our pick'em contest for tomorrow night. And this weekend is Auburn at Georgia as we renew the South's oldest rivalry from 1892.
There wasn't a better game we could have picked. I mean, Auburn's kind of sucked it up this year.
So Georgia's won 58, Auburn's won 56, and they've tied 6 or either 8
but
times.
That's so previous years.
No, that's the entire record.
I mean, that's previous years, though. It's a different year this year.
I know, but I'm just telling everybody what the overall record. It's the closest rivalry in the South.
Well, I mean, the Gus Bus this year is powered off of water, right?
The Gus Bus has got some slime in the tires trying to keep those tires from being too flat.
I think it's got like
this smart ass sitting next to me is known as Charles Crowley, the owner of Zoner's Pizza here in Macon. So
we're glad head gaskets busted.
We're glad to have him here with me. Tomorrow, Saturday, the Alabama Crimson
Hole in
Tide.
the tailpipe. You can hear it coming from a mile away.
Alabama's got a quarterback with a bad knee. Boy, I cannot wait to go to Tuscaloosa. Derek Brown. Call me, Derek. I've got a little job.
Y'all probably taking cheap shots at his knee.
It's
the only way to save your season.
Is that game in Starkville? Linton? Is it in Tuscaloosa or Starkville? You don't know. You damn Alabama people kill me. I don't even know where your team's playing.
If I didn't work so much, I'd know.
That game might be in Stark Vegas, so we'll get a clarification. Linton's looking up for it. Did you win a pick'em contest this year? You did. Okay. Well, Terry Smith won it last week, and he's won 2 weeks in a row. So he is our first 2-time winner. So back to where is it? Oh, it's in Never mind. It's up in North Alabama somewhere.
In that really big stadium.
Yeah, that really big stadium.
With the coaches that have won a bunch of national championship statues outside.
The stadium that Violations built. Let's see. So tomorrow night we'll be live here from Zoner's Pizza. We're going to have some special guest host on. I'm trying to get another one that has a little
hey, I think next year we can probably get Gus on the show. He's going to have a lot of time off, I heard.
No.
That's right. Y'all couldn't come up with enough money to pay the rest of his salary.
Right. So he's back for next year. So the new athletic director just let everybody know that
they're fully behind him, and we tried to come up with the 30-something million, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, that was it. Hold on. I need to look up something. Let's see if I got anything.
They come up with $27.5 million, so they can fire him after next year.
Listen, Yellowwood's got that in his sock drawer. He can get it done. Okay, I don't see what I was looking for, but At any rate. So we'll be live tomorrow night with the Georgia High School Association scoreboard show. We'll be live tomorrow night, 6:30 to 8:30. We're also going to do your calls on the Pick'em contest tomorrow night on a Friday night. So if you don't go to the ball game, you want to come over here because we got something exciting going on tomorrow night, Charles, don't we?
Yes, we do, and I'm glad after 37,000 minutes you could finally bring it up.
I brought it up the whole night.
We're giving away a signed Herschel Walker jersey.
In black, it's a blackout jersey.
It's a blackout jersey.
Are we gonna? Can we play Soldier Boy as you're giving it out?
Somebody bring a radio.
I'll bring the film of Vern and Gary dancing and in the booth and all.
Hey,
that
maybe
stuff.
we can play some of the highlights from when they had that blackout against Alabama last at home.
Yeah, I was at the blackout game with no Sean Marino and all that. And
what was it, Stafford, and it was over at halftime?
No, it wasn't over at halftime. It was a close game, actually. It was over late in the third. They scored a couple touchdowns in the fourth and kind of took it away. This is an interesting stat.
This must have been this was like Saban's second season. Georgia was ranked number 1.
No, it was 07 that they did the blackout game with no Sean Marino. So that would have been Saban's first year? Yes. That would have been
No,
Saban.
because they played them in Georgia his second year. We were ranked number 10.
Now,
they were
I'm talking about Auburn, not Alabama.
Oh, my bad.
It was 07.
We
Anyway,
were talking about a real team that had a real shot at winning something, and he's talking about Auburn.
Okay. Nick Saban's 9-7 lifetime against Auburn. 9-7. Name me somebody else in the country that's got a record against him like that.
Nobody, but guess what?
Nobody. Exactly.
Well,
Okay, so let's move on.
Can
So
we
that game
talk
was
about the Gus Bus again?
That was 07. And 05 was the last year that Auburn beat Georgia in Athens, and it was a 4th down and 10 play. Georgia was up.
Oh, that tip play?
No, this was 2005.
Oh, y'all won that one in Auburn.
Yeah. No, this one, it was a freezing cold night. I'll never forget it. Both the teams, I think, were 10-1, maybe going into that game, or 9-2 and 10-1. But Auburn completed a 4th down and 10 pass all the way down the 2-yard line and ended up pummeling it in the end zone. And Auburn guy recovered it, but you couldn't recover a forward fumble. So we lined it up with 6 seconds left, and we were down by 1 and beat them by 2.
How do you? Let me ask you one question.
It was freezing cold in Athens that night.
Why do you never tell stories about Auburn losing on this show?
Well, let's talk about Auburn losing because they are going to get their ass beat Saturday, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people, I've actually had we'll end up with 45, 50 picks out of this thing. Give me that damn pen.
You got a bunch of empty spaces there. You need to get all that filled
I know.
in.
These guys, listen, I'm going to quit reminding y'all about the picking contest. Y'all wouldn't believe. I mean, you're getting $100 worth of free stuff every week. Give it a shot. And we've got $3,000 worth of stuff to give away at the end of the year. So, that don't matter. You ain't got to do nothing.
At least $2,000.
All you got to do is call in or send me a text. There's the number. You see it? 478-550-0524. Okay, so tomorrow night on the show, how long are we going to give them to register? Up till we start the show at 6:30? Or maybe during the show, wherever we get to pick them time.
We'll do it at the end, so we'll give them, say, maybe 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay, from now until tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, there's a bucket up front, and it says Herschel Walker Jersey Giveaway. And you got to come in here. You got to dine in, or you got to come pick up your pizza, carry out, as they say. And you can register right up there at the front desk. And then we're going to give it away tomorrow night, and it is signed by Herschel Walker. It's a really nice black and red trim and silver and all that other stuff you people like up there in Athens. So we'll draw it live on the show tomorrow night. All right. I don't want to get too deep into this, but we're picking. No, you're not going to pick tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. You don't get to pick tonight.
Why can't I pick tonight?
I you send me your score.
I want to pick tonight.
No, you got to pick tomorrow.
I'm boycott.
Now, you picked it. Oh, you picked Auburn to win 28-17. An Alabama guy picked the Tigers in Athens this weekend. I got a lot of holes to fill on the pick'em contest. Y'all got to get y'all's act together. But, no, you're not picking tonight. You got to pick tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's college football.
Is he the only one to pick Auburn to win?
No, I've got a half dozen already that have picked Auburn in an upset.
There's some very optimistic people out there.
Yeah, they are. Your host excluded.
They must have went and put some air in the Gus Bus tires.
We did. Hey, thanks for tonight. It's good. 2 nights in a row, we're going to be here. A great show tonight. I mean, I can't thank the coaches enough for coming by, and you guys that came in here and eat tonight and help support us.
Yeah, y'all really should go out there and root them local kids on.
Yep, absolutely. Mountain Sales at home tomorrow night. Westside Seminoles at home.
If you were planning on coming here to eat, come here, eat first, then go root the local kids on.
That's it. All right, I'm getting out of here. Anything else I need to know about? Any specials tomorrow for tailgating for the games?
No, just order lots of wings, lots of pizza. We always got good prices, and we got the best pizza and wings in town. Come on, just order it.
Absolutely. All right, so tomorrow night, 6:30, we'll be live. Georgia High School playoff scoreboard. We'll have some guest hosts tomorrow night. We'll bring this fool back, and we'll do our picks tomorrow night on Georgia and Auburn. And then we'll give away the Herschel Walker jersey. And, man, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Just a few more weeks. We get through the regular season and the playoffs and the bowl games and the national championship night, and we're going to load y'all up with some great prizes. Hopefully we'll have some guest hosts tomorrow night. I do believe we've got some commitments for some guys that are stages when it comes to high school football. You know who you are. Maybe we can get you out of your little cubicles tomorrow night to come over here. It's going to be pouring down rain. Only two games in Macon. Most of the afternoon tomorrow night it's supposed to clear out. So go support Mountain Sales there at home. The Westside Seminoles at home. Once again, thanks to Coach Risper from Westside, Coach Carroll from Howard, Coach Rogers from Jones County, Coach Wiggins from Northeast, Coach Chance Jones from Tatnall. Best of luck to all the Middle Georgia schools tomorrow night, and we're going to keep it live and keep it updated all throughout the evening tomorrow night, live from right here at Zona's Pizza on Forsyth Road. I'll see you tomorrow night, fool.
All right, roll tide.
God almighty. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow night, guys. Have a good evening. We'll be looking for you live right here from Zona's Pizza. Our time is up. We thank you for yours. See you tomorrow night.